So it's all the hits, Z100. Brett Andrews hanging in studio. It's the day of the Britney Spears show, so we got just crazy amounts of people running in and out of the studio, including Jessie and her toy boys. Hi, Jessie.
Hello, what's up?
You know, I'm going to really try to focus on you during this interview, but before, let's just get it out of the way. You walked in here with these toy boys, and they don't talk, and that guy won't even shake my hand, and I feel a little hurt. And I'm also wigged out a little bit because they were standing in one position and then they changed. Are those two people alive? Are they robots? If they're robots, can they take their heads off and switch real quick?
They're not robots, they're toy boys. Basically, they're ex-humans who decided to give up their lives and become toy boys. And they go to Toyland for boot camp, and they learn, a bunch of cool dance moves, and they come back, and here they are.
It kind of reminds me of like when you go like to one of the castles in England and they got the
Royal Guards.
Yeah. You can't say anything. Mm-hmm. I really want them to just say something.
Toy boys are way more talented.
How do you communicate with your toy boys?
We communicate through thought bubble. Like, I can hear them right now.
What are they saying right now?
16 has a crush on you.
Oh my gosh, that one's 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. That's cool. Whatever. So how you have? Okay, so he's 16 and he's
27. So, they all have different numbers, not names, and they get knighted and given a number.
Oh, he moved a little bit.
It's a really serious process.
So how many of these toy boys do you have?
It's an ever-rotating collection of perfection at my disposal.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And now the most important question really is, are there some toy girls? Because I need a couple. I mean, let's be honest, they would come in handy.
There's no toy girls, unfortunately. Not on this album, at least.
Fine. So let's try to not talk about the toy boys and talk about you a little bit.
Cool.
You started off doing a lot of music videos and commercials in LA when you're pretty young, like 14, 15, right?
Like 15, 16.
What is there like? Is there one? Because I know people who've done commercials and like years later they're like still on the air.
Yeah.
Have you seen like? Is there like a Kraft macaroni and cheese where you're like a little kid or something?
There's a Verizon wireless commercial.
Is there?
Where I was a student, really concerned about being able to keep in touch with my parents when I went to college. And
see, but don't worry about it because
I
needed
a plan that I could, talk to them around the nation with.
And it still airs like all the time?
I see it every now and then. I think Verizon uses it too as their tutorial when you get hired there. Like you watch the tape of like how to handle different customers. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
That's dope. So then kind of fast forward and take me to, how you went from like doing the commercials and that kind of thing into like your own recording deal and stuff like that.
Well, I always wanted to be an artist. I was always writing songs, and I had formed different rock bands and things like that over the years. But every time I formed a band, we broke up because I write all the music.
Because they wouldn't do all that for you?
Exactly. See, I finally got it right this time around. So I started Jessie and the Toy Boys because I needed, toy boys who wouldn't get in the way of my creative vision, but instead inspire me. So that's why I started Jessie and the Toy Boys.
I like it. So it's pretty early on in this Britney tour. Mm-hmm. First of all, where did you get the call? Where did you get the call that said, "Yeah, you're on the Britney Spears tour"? Because that's for an artist got to be probably a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Well, I was actually recording in the studio, and I was around a lot of people. And my manager called me, and she was like, "Hey, are you alone?" And I thought something was wrong. I was like, "No." She's like, "Well, can you step outside?" I'm like, "Okay." So I went outside, and then, she gave me the news.
Yeah.
And I immediately, got so emotional. I started crying. I was so happy. I was, screaming, and, tears were, just streaming down my face.
I would imagine.
But then she was like, "You can't tell anybody because it hasn't been announced yet." And I was like, "What?" It's like, knowing the biggest secret in the world, and I couldn't tell anybody. So then I went back in the studio, and everyone was like, "Why are you crying? What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Nothing, I'm fine."
Should have been like, "My dog got hit by a car."
Everyone thought I was crazy, crazier than they already did think I was. So.
That's crazy.
And then when it came out, they were like, "Oh, I get why you were crying."
Did you know, when you got this phone call, did you know it was a possibility? Was it something you've been kind of working for, or is it just totally out of the blue?
No, I willed it into my life. I'm not kidding.
Did your toy boys also? Did you make them will it?
Yeah, we willed it. I knew about the tour, and I knew there was an opportunity to potentially be the opening slot, and I just really, really wanted it. And I really do believe that if you really want something and you focus on it, you can make it happen. And I have an amazing team, and so they helped a lot, obviously.
Tell us if people are going to the show tonight. Tell us a little bit about what they can expect to see, because y'all been in here for about 5 minutes, and I'm totally wigged out. So I'm really excited really excited to see what happens tonight with the full show.
Yeah, well, I'll be performing 5 Jessie and the Toy Boys songs, and you know, obviously closing with my single "Push It." And there's a fun little surprise in the "Push It" performance. We have come up with a really wicked dance break that usually blows everyone's minds.
Nice.
So,
I'm excited.
yeah, it's really cool. It's a lot of fun, and we're really happy to be a part of it.
So tell us about what it's like being on tour with such. I mean, you're probably quite a bit younger than Brittany.
Yeah.
You probably grew up with her like most of us did.
I did. I actually did my 5th grade talent show to Baby One More Time.
Nice. So did I. Weird.
You did?
No.
Did you have the skirt and the tube top?
Everything. It was hot.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. Brittany's an icon. I'm a huge fan. I'm also a huge Nicki Minaj fan.
Yeah.
It's just literally, the lineup is just crazy.
It's huge.
Just in the most amazing company. So I'm really honored and humbled to even be on the same stage as those
Give me
girls.
something juicy about what happens backstage.
We eat a lot.
So
there's the yummiest catering ever.
Is there like specific stuff on your rider that you get that like what's one thing you need on tour?
No, I don't have a rider yet. I don't think I'm at that.
You get the leftovers from Nikki, and that's not very nice. You gotta have your own rider.
We all have the same.
You got all your boy toys here, man. Come on.
Toy boys. No, we all eat the same yummy food, but the catering, I have to tell you, is like I look forward to that every single day. It's like amazing, and there's all this like, you know, there's like this southern brand of coffee. I forget the name, but they always have that every morning, and there's like sweet tea, and there's like it's just amazing. It's really really yummy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So now after you do your, because you're the first act that goes on, so you like open the whole show, right?
I'm the second act that goes on. Yeah, Nervo, which are these awesome Australian DJs.
I heard about them actually. I heard about them.
Yeah, they open up, they DJ first, and then we come on and do our thing, and then Nikki comes on right afterward.
So do you ever sneak back out in the crowd and watch a show?
Almost every night. I've watched the show almost every night. I didn't watch Anaheim, but I think every other city we watched the show, yeah.
Nice. And you bring your toy boys with you?
Uh-huh, yeah.
You know, there's a DJ on our station named
Boy Toy Jessie. It's my boy.
Which is, it's funny because when I first found out you were coming in, I thought it was him for some reason. I'm like,
you're like, why am I interviewing him?
I don't have time for this.
Yeah, no, I just saw Boy Toy Jessie in LA at the Staples Center. I did a little interview with him. Yeah, he's awesome.
I love it. He's got to be loving. He's got to be loving the name similarities.
Yeah, there's lots of play on words with that.
I love it. I love it. So your single's called "Push It."
It's called "Push It."
We were just watching the video in the laundromat.
Yep.
Pretty hot.
Thanks.
Little sassy.
Cool.
Kind of like it.
Nice.
Cool. So
did you happen to do your laundry today, Brett?
Well, I didn't.
Did you wash your underwear?
I haven't washed my underwear yet.
I figured as much, so I brought you some.
All right, I got Jessie underwear.
I brought you some Jessie and the Toy Boys official Make It Fit.
Those are really big.
Underpants. Do you want a smaller size? Do you want pink?
Wait a minute. No, I don't want a smaller size.
For everyone listening, there's blue and pink. So we'll see. Oh, he's going with the blue.
It says Make It Fit on the back.
He's going with the blue. I also brought you my brand new EP.
All right.
It's called Show Me Your Tan Lines.
Do you want to see my tan lines?
Sure.
All right.
And if you want to have squirt gun fights with anyone at the station.
Oh, nice. You just brought a whole bunch of toys.
We have like the coolest swag ever.
Oh, I get it. Toy. All right. I don't think we can get in the Rose Garden with these, though. I don't know. I think they'll confiscate them.
So you're coming tonight then, right?
Will you, this is something I don't often ask people, but will you sign my underwear?
I will totally sign.
All right. I am coming, and I'm very excited to see you guys tonight. So,
cool.
You guys go on second tonight at the Rose Garden, right before Nicki Minaj. Thank you so much for coming in, and thanks for bringing your toy boys.
Thank you very much for having us.
I want you to communicate to them something and then make them do something before we end.
Okay.
That is so freaky. Okay. It's like those human mannequins you see at, like, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Jessie, her toy boys. Big shout out to you guys. Thanks so much for coming through and kill it tonight at the Rose Garden.
Thank you.
We're really excited. It's all the hits. Z100.